Hey guys, this is Jake Bush. Hey guys, this is Jake Bush, and you're watching Untamed Thoughts.
Hey, this is Jack Nelson, and you're listening to Untamed Thoughts.
Hi, my name's Chuck Weimer, and you're listening to Untamed Thoughts.
Hey y'all, this is Sarah Hobbs, and you're listening to Untamed Thoughts.
Hey there, this is Bree Bagwell, and welcome to Untamed Thoughts.
And we're back. Hi. Yep.
High five.
I'm getting good at this.
I know.
Hello. Hello. It's nice to be back.
Yes. It's been a little bit
around here. I'm Brandy.
And I'm Katrina.
And
welcome to Untamed Thoughts. Pinch, poke, yummy, coke.
Right? So it's been a couple of weeks. We've both been pretty busy in that couple of weeks.
Yeah. It's been quite the craziness going on.
The adventure,
I think it's slowing down, and then it gets, when you think it's the slow time, it gets
just
crazier. Yeah. It's like, oh no, we're going to tease you. It's not going to slow down.
Here's a list of 15 million things you have to do today.
Right.
Yeah. That's how my day went today. It's been a day, let me say.
Yeah.
I'm glad it's ending with this.
Right. Some positive notes.
Any day I get to chat with you and an amazing artist makes my whole day better.
Right. Before we
Go ahead. Oh, I was gonna say, so what have you been up to?
A lot. I don't know. Where were we last? We were been all over since 2 weeks ago, and we were this last weekend. We were at the award show. Jason was up for Christian Country Artist of the Year, and we got to see a lot of friends that we don't normally get to see, and it was a great time. So we did that on Sunday, and just been go every day.
I hear you. Work has been, I don't know what happened. We had this nice little lull where it got a little bit, I say, quiet. And then I must have said that word too loud or something, because it's been nonstop the last couple of weeks. And I'm not complaining about it, but I'm tired.
Right.
And I was sick in between there too. So
yeah, that crud's going around.
I got it, but it's gone now. Thank goodness.
Well, that's good. Good.
So I just lost my whole train of thought. Wow, I told you it's been a day. That just sums it up right there. Go to say something and it just disappears right out of my mouth.
One thing I wanted to bring up and pay our respects to Corey Green and his family. We've had a tragic loss in our little community, our family, and sorry.
Nope. Understandably. Yeah, we definitely want to give them our love, and we're going to dedicate this entire show tonight to Corey.
Yes, and we're doing a show tomorrow night in Katy at Mo's Place with Trey Brandt. We're doing a single release party with Trey Brandt tomorrow night, and we'll Jason and the band will be playing a few songs for Corey tomorrow too. So if you guys come out to Katy, come out to Mo's Place tomorrow and help us celebrate Trey, Corey and Trey mixed together.
Right.
Trey, and help us celebrate him and celebrate the life of Corey, and just bring everybody together and tell everybody we love them. You don't know when your last chance is. So
That's absolutely true.
yeah.
Well, on that note, let's introduce another artist that everybody knows and loves. And if they don't know, they should. Shame on them.
Right.
So we
I'll learn
have,
today.
for me, a hometown boy, Mr. Jesse Raub Jr.
Woohoo.
Hey, hey.
Hey, how are you?
I'm wonderful. How are y'all doing?
Doing
Great.
good.
Good. Absolutely glad to have you here.
I'm glad to be here. Thank y'all for inviting me and taking some time out of your day for me.
No problem.
Thank you for taking time out of your day. We know you're going crazy this week, this day, today, the whole time. You've been going from one place to the other, Fort Worth to Nashville.
Yeah, I started in Corpus last Friday and played there with Kyle in Corpus, and then Saturday, and then went up to Fort Worth and seen you guys, and drove through the night there from Fort Worth back to Houston to catch a AM flight to get to Nashville. So I'm in Nashville now, and been writing for 2 days, and fixing to go to the Opry to see our Don Ford make his debut.
That sounds like a better night than I'm going to have.
Yes, I was so bummed we didn't get to go and help support and be there for Josh. It's great. It's so exciting to have him there, and you guys get to be there to help support him, and it's great. I wish we could be there.
He's got a lot of support here, and especially you need that stuff for heavy rooms, and y'all know the heaviness of certain rooms. Just getting out there and playing rooms that are legendary, iconic rooms. It's just this heaviness that can't explain unless you've been in it, but it's I think it's the heaviness of just wanting to go do great and be the best you can be for people that have driven.
Right.
You're like, man, I want to go knock this out of the park. So
absolutely,
we're gonna say a big old prayer for him, and hopefully there just breaks a leg tonight, kills this thing, and just so honored to be part of all these rides. Like you were talking earlier, this community is just a big old musical family, and it's a wonderful journey and great to be a part of it. And I'm just honored to be a small piece of it.
Well, we enjoy listening to all your music, and glad to call you a friend.
Amen. Likewise.
Well, tell any listeners that we have that might not know who you are, tell them a little bit about yourself.
My name's Jesse Raub Jr. I'm married happily with a beautiful bride, got 2 boys, and I love country music. Straight up.
When did music become important to you?
Man. I think music has always been important to me. Just it's always been like a little bit of a release for me, as at a young age. I was just drawn to it, whether it be a piano or drums. My dad was a drummer, so I always found myself, if there was any musical instrument around, I would grab it or try to see how bad I could mess it up. And I just was always drawn to music. At a young age, singing was like, that was my deal. I just loved to sing before I could ever play.
It's awesome.
Do you remember what your first concert was?
Oh man. I think my first concert was George Strait at the Astrodome.
What a great first concert.
Man, I was blessed. I've had a lot of awesome concerts that I got to go on. I was, on committees and stuff when I was, old enough to be on them. But man, I remember taking my grandfather the first time I ever seen Alan Jackson. I took my grandfather, my pop, with me. All he could say, man, Alan came out on the stage and I looked over at Pop and he was just, golly bum. And I'm like, what? What is it? And he's like, golly bum. He can't even afford a pair of pants that ain't got holes in them, boy.
That's funny.
What a good memory to have.
A lot of first concerts that were really memorable, I think. I got to see Merle Haggard at the Hall of Fame in College Station before they tore it down tried to talk some of my friends to go on with me, and they wouldn't go. And I drove all the way down there, and I got in, and I walked in the door, and he was singing Ramblin' Fever. And I went all the way down there to see that one song. And Merle was on stage with a pair of work boots with his sweatpants on, tucked into his work boots, wearing a welder shirt with the sleeves cut off of it. And he don't give a crap. Literally,
nothing like dressing up for the occasion.
I mean,
Yeah, right.
Brought fashion statement like into full view. I was like, okay, he just does what he wants. So a lot of first concerts, I think, that just really stick out to me that were, man, it's just I don't know, man. Music's a motivator for us. You know, I mean, Katrina, I know how you love music, and Jason and all of y'all, but man, I just think it's so special in our lives. It's such a big part of all our lives. But there's a lot of firsts that I remember.
Awesome. What do you like most about playing music?
Oh, man. Obviously, I like playing, you know, I mean, I've got a band of brothers that it's taken me 20 years to build the band that I love and the best band I've ever had. And my band's called Jesse Raub Jr., Known Associates. The Known Associates is it's real, because we've been through a lot of players to get to where we've hand selected these guys that we have now that are my brothers. And I enjoy each one of them. I'm blessed with each one of their talents, and just, you know, their dedication, their sacrifice to being on the road all the time. It's a lot. And so, man, just being with those guys and getting to go just relax. That's our time. It's almost like mowing grass. You know how you mow grass and you just kind of forget about everything for a little while. You're just out there doing your circles, you drink, whatever, and you just ain't thinking about nothing but the next pass. And I think it's like for me in a lot of ways, dude. It's just like I get up there and just kind of let everything go for a little while.
That's the best description of why somebody likes music I think I've ever heard. Nobody has ever said that it's that relaxing. That's awesome.
I think, you know, it can be pretty, I mean, there's times that it's not, I mean, but when everything's going good, and I mean, everything's chugging along and the set list is moving and the crowd's in it and the energy's there, it's not work. It's just, I mean, it just flows, just relaxing. It's a lot of fun.
That's good. It should be fun.
Yeah.
For a long time, it wasn't because I think I put too much pressure on myself, you know, of, you know, perfection. You know, we all want to be perfect, but it's not attainable. So, you know, we got off of that and just, you know, you strive for perfection, and when you don't hit it, you get greatness. And I think that's all any of us can achieve, really, is just trying to do great things and be great at what you do, whatever your blessing is. And so, man, we try perfection, but we fall in there somewhere a little bit under that, I think. And I think that's why we enjoy it so much. Everybody on my team is a perfectionist, and I really love that.
It's great.
That's a great trait. So when you were little, is music what you always wanted to do, or was there something else you thought you were going to grow up and be a firefighter or
Oh, man, I don't think I knew what I wanted to do when I was little. And nothing against my parents or anything, but, you know, there was never a chase your dream moment. It was always go get a job and find a way to make a living. And so my dad always, you know, he was a drummer for 17 years. And I think that's where the bug probably bit me. And after that, you know, my mom made him quit. And so he drove wrecker for a long time. And then we got, you know, heavy equipment and stuff. So heavy equipment, you know, being an operator and, you know, running dozers and backhoes and track hoes. And, you know, I did about 8 Sonics a year for a long time, the drive-ins, and built dang near half of Magnolia when I was 21 years old. And so I think that was a part of it, but I always loved to sing, and I knew that. But I don't think I was ever brave enough or maybe believed myself enough to just go out and chase it.
what changed for you? When did that change?
Man, I always knew that I loved it. I had a couple of things that stuck out to me probably. One is one of my friends, his dad found a guitar in a dumpster, and he knocked on my door at like 10 p.m. one night. I'm sleeping, getting up, ready to go to work for the next day, resting up, and he knocks on my door and hands me this old guitar that was all beat up and banged up out of a dumpster. And he said, "Hey, man, learn to play this. You'll be famous one day." And the second thing I think that was probably as equally as important as that, I was at a Kroger one day with my wife and my first son. And I went by, they had the K-Star deal set up, and I went by and I just waved at her in the window. And she pointed at me, and I just, I blew her a kiss, and I walked in with my wife, and we went into Kroger, and about 10 minutes later, Miss Mary McCoy had walked down every aisle in there until she found me. And she had a little kid shirt for my son. And I told her I was thinking about quitting. And she goes, "No, you're not quitting." She said, "Jesse Raub Jr., you look at me." And she grabbed me and she said, "You got more pinky in your talent, boy, than half of these people in this business got in their whole body. You ain't quitting nothing." And she said, "You keep going." And I was like, and I've always looked up to her, and she's always been a big part of my musical journey. Still to this day, I go and see her at K-Star and love every chance I get to see her. So I think there was a couple of things there that really changed my path. I think the third one would be, a buddy of mine's manager. He cornered me one time and he said, "When are you going to quit putting your toe in the water and jump in?" And I was like, "Oh man." And I had been listening to these podcasts. Had one, Dr. Miles Monroe, The Power of Vision. And it was talking about finding your purpose and your passion and all of these things. And then watching the Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey's got a little deal, and he was talking about jump. You got to jump. And you can't have a plan B. And so now plan A is plan B. And there's no turning back. And, if I fail, it'll be on my own terms. And I'm okay with that.
Well, we're glad you jumped.
Right. Do you have a favorite song of yours or somebody else's that you like to sing?
Oh, man. Man, I don't know if I have a favorite song of mine. They're all my favorite. Every song means something to me. Whenever I can play a song, I can say I wrote this with Jason, or I wrote this with Cody, or I wrote this with Joel Shoemaker, whoever. I've written with so many great writers, and so I think they're all special to me. I like upbeat. I like tempo. So. Anything that gets the crowd going, I really love them. I enjoy getting to the part of the set list where I know people are going to get excited.
Right.
But else's song, I'd probably say Merle Haggard, "Ramblin' Fever." I think that's the best song of all time.
It's great.
That's a good song.
Amen.
What's the best advice another artist gave you?
Ooh, man, I've had some pretty good advice. Man, if I had to, I don't know if I could pick one of those. I met Daryl Worley one time in the airport, my first trip to Nashville, and he was sitting at the bar his flight was delayed, and I walked up and said, "Daryl, Jesse Raub Jr., how you doing? I'm going to Nashville for my first time." And we sat there talking, and he was super nice to me. And I said, "Man, you've been where I want to go. What advice would you give somebody my age, being where you've been?" And the best part of it, this wasn't his advice, but to me it was. And he said, "I don't usually give advice because I've made so many mistakes." And I was like, "Oh man, that is wonderful." And so he went on to tell me, don't chase the $50,000 shows all the time. Go chase some $5,000 shows, and them $5,000 shows are going to take you a lot farther than the 50s will, because you're going to do some 50s here or there, and you're going to do a bunch of the 5s. And so, he said those relationships take you further. And then man, Cody one time told me, keep building. And I thought that was just pretty powerful, when he signed his first deal, or actually Warner, I guess, signed with him. He said, keep building, bub, keep building, meaning you want to have something when you get there to sell. And so that really changed my mindset. So, I think more than all that, honestly, I would say put God first and trust in God's timing, because, I think we put too much pressure on, who's got how many number one songs and who's got this and who's playing here and all of this, just trust in God and put him first, and then put your family second, God comes first, family comes second, and then music falls in somewhere right there.
What advice would you give to a new artist?
Whoo, man. I always hear Daryl's saying whenever so happy. Man, I've gotten to where I'm so reserved on giving these new guys advice, because, man, sometimes they just don't take it right. And I'm not going to pee on your leg and tell you it's raining. I'm not going to do it. I'm just not. And I would say be true to yourself and try to own yourself. Don't buy your way. I don't care how much money your parents got. Ain't nobody wants to see your mom and daddy's money. They want to see your talent. They want to see you go out there and put it all together. Hone your craft, get better at writing songs. Try to be yourself. Don't try to be the next whoever you looked up to. That's great, but man, find your voice in there, and just be true to yourself, man. Go out there and do what you love, and don't worry about everybody else. Worry about you. Go write good songs, because we don't get famous. Our songs get famous. That's the reality of it. If you don't have a song, you ain't got jack.
Absolutely.
True story.
So true.
True story.
Jason said, nailed it.
Tell Jason I love him. Is he over there?
Yeah, he said he's commenting. He's watching live too, and he's standing right over there. He said, Jesse, you're awesome. And then he just said, nailed it.
And I love that guy.
We do too.
Got
So-
no, I'm just kidding.
Right? So, Jesse, when you're at a show and you're on stage and you're walking out for your very first song, what's your thought process? What do you want all these people that have paid or shown up to see you? What do you want them to walk away with after they've seen your show?
Man, my first thought headed to the stage is don't screw this up. And then I usually forget every song I've ever written. For some reason, I get anxiety so bad I forget every word to every song, and I'm like, I don't even know my own songs, So like, I forget them, and then it just kind of comes out. But I think for what I want for people to do is just always say, who's ready to throw their cares out the window tonight? And I truly mean that. I want people to be able to come to my show. I want to connect with them for 90 minutes. And I want them to forget about whatever in the heck it is going on at home, work, all the worries of life, all the stuff that we have going, all the stress and all the anxieties. I want to let all that stuff go for 90 minutes and just relax and just, let music be the conduit that connects us, and let it be the medicine that can heal us.
As someone who's seen your show, it works.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Do you have a before or an after show ritual you do with your band, or just yourself, or?
Well, both. I usually gather my guys up and pray with them. We all get in a circle, and I thank God for all the talents and all the sacrifices and all the blessings. And, them guys go out and get on stage, and then I usually kneel down right there before I get to the stairs or at the stairs and kind of just gather my thoughts and, ask for wisdom and, calmness and, just being able to relax enough to remember the words and not just not just sing my songs, but go out there and put on a show. You know, I don't want to just sing songs. I want to go out there and perform and put on a show. And, you know, I want everybody just to have fun. That's our main objective, is to go have fun with people we, you know, have a connection with. They're not there for nothing. We got a connection with these people, and I want to capitalize on it.
I love that. So where can we find your music?
Man, if my manager does what he's supposed to do, it's supposed to be everywhere. But you know how, I tell you what, man, we have more problems with stuff getting dropped and, you know, stuff not getting added in time. And there's something different for everywhere you put it, but Apple, Spotify, YouTube, you know, we go through Smith, they distribute for us. So, man, pretty much any streaming platform that you can get music on, we're there. If we're not, you know, they can reach out and let us know, and we'll definitely try to get it there. But I think it's everywhere. I've only Googled myself one time. I'll never do that again.
That's probably not a good idea. I can only imagine what would be there under my name.
I didn't know there was that much stuff out there. Like, there's line dances in France, and I mean, they got like a whole deal. It freaked me out. I was like, man, this is crazy.
We found those too. Like, Jason's got line dances over in China and Japan, and like, then somebody sent recently a line dance to the Holy Moly Guacamole from France or something, and we were like, what? How do they even come up with these things? Like,
he needs to hilarious. I want to see that dance next time.
Katrina and I think we discussed that we needed to learn that and do it on TikTok. I think we need to still do that.
Right? We talked about that. We need to watch it a little more. It's funny.
That's hilarious. I'm going to look that up as soon as we're done here. Thanks. For both of you for that.
The weirdest part about that one is like, it's just one single guy doing the Holy Moly one. Usually, like the rest of them, it's like a whole group, like a dance group or something of ladies that are all, you know, doing it together and stuff. But the Holy Moly is just that one single guy. So
we played the Armadillo Palace off of Kirby, and they were doing line dancing. And so they wanted us to set up. We set up inside, and we played for like 30 or 45 minutes. And they were like, hey, y'all got to get off stage. And we were like, well, we're supposed to play longer. And they were like, no, we're fixing the line dance in here. And I went, you don't know about me. And
right?
Me. Because I got some stuff, you know, feathers.
Right? So. Let me show you what I got, people.
That's funny.
That's too funny. Were you ready for some rapid fire questions?
Oh man, I don't know. I guess.
Okay, if you could be a Disney character, any Disney character, what would it be?
If I was, or I could be, what was it?
Could be.
If you
could be. Oh my gosh, I don't watch enough Disney now. I know that. Man, what was the Lion King deal? The Simba. Like, look at this thing, y'all. Simba. Simba or the what's the other? The Beast? I'd be the Beast, maybe.
Oh yeah, you could do either one of those. Those were good answers.
I don't know. We have to vote on that.
Should ask your followers which Disney character they think you should be.
Oh man, I don't know if I want to do that.
Might not want to know. If your life was a story, what would the title be?
Oh man. Oh, so many things come to my mind on that. Hopefully my title would be like fishing, hunting, and country music.
That's a good title. What's your favorite holiday?
Oh, definitely Christmas.
Your favorite pizza topping?
Cheese pizza.
That's a good one. Your favorite color?
Color?
Yes.
Blue.
I don't know how I knew you were going to say that. I did. What chore do you despise most?
Laundry.
I'm with you.
Laundry. I do all the dishes and all the laundry and all the stuff. I try to do all that for my wife. So I know what she goes through, and laundry is ugh.
Same, and good for you for helping. or doing your part, not helping. It's doing
All
your part.
real men do dishes.
Agreed. Did anybody in my house hear that? Oh, McDonald's or Burger King?
Mickey D's.
Whataburger or In-N-Out?
Whataburger. I mean, we're from Texas, y'all.
I know. Summer or winter?
Summer.
The hill country or the beach?
Hill country all day.
Text or talk?
Talk.
Cake or pie?
Pie.
Dogs or cats?
Dogs.
Sweet or savory?
Sweet.
Coffee or tea?
Cool. Tea, I guess.
Acoustic or band?
Band.
Your favorite candy?
Twizzlers.
Oh, now I want a Twizzlers. Your favorite food?
Favorite food, Mexican food.
Football or baseball?
Baseball. Go Astros.
Yes. Chocolate or vanilla?
Chocolate.
Sunrise or sunset?
Sunrise.
The weirdest thing you've eaten?
Oh, snake. Rattlesnake.
That's yummy. Your favorite guilty pleasure food?
Pie pizza.
What's one meal you could eat forever?
Ramen noodles.
Oh,
Sounds like Jason.
right. And the final question: what's for dinner tonight?
Snacks. Beef jerky. We don't have anything here. We've got eggs. I think we got 6 eggs left, and some turkey. So we've been making omelets tonight.
I mean, that actually sounds good to me. I might have to have that for dinner.
Man.
So anybody listening, that you guys heard all of Jesse's things. So if you want to send a care package for Christmas, it's almost Christmas time. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
That's not why we were asking.
Show up with eggs and turkey. Be like, what do you like?
Right. Well, Jesse, we appreciate you taking time to do this interview with us. We love you. Everybody, I need you to just go to Jesse's social media. I need you to go to his website, download his music. I need you to like, follow, subscribe, all of the things to all of his channels and all of his pages so that you can see where he's going to be playing next and what's coming up the pipeline for him. And we will see you guys in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Hug everybody there for us, Jesse.
Yes, please
Thank
do.
you all so much for having me. I appreciate y'all's support, and God bless country music.
Amen. And we'll
Have a
see you
great
soon.
night.
Thank y'all.
You guys go be kind to yourself and everyone else, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks.
Have a good day if you want to.
Bye, guys.
See ya.